So these are real life sample Proformas based on the current, with just 20% down. With prime lending, 20% down, no PMI. Closing costs plus or minus $4,000. You're looking at about $30,000 to close. 104 loan amount. But look at that payment. 4.25% for $100,000 is $512. It's like almost free. And then a tax rate average right now is about 2.4. Avery's 2.55. We have some areas locally here that's 2.2 or 2.1. I know people complain about the higher taxes here, but bottom line is we don't have a problem with our school systems going bankrupt. So it's good for our tenants. I mean, I know not to poke fun at Mr. Schwarzenegger, but the bottom line is that that's one of the reasons why a lot of companies are actually moving here from California, is they're concerned about their children's education. Plus, we don't have state income tax, so that's another savings. We don't have that extra 10% you lop off the top of your income. Okay, and so total payment is $832 with Rick's 9%. Is it you still 9%?
It's 8% actually, Ken.
So it's 8%. Wow,
Even better.
We'll give them a bonus here. So yeah, so it's about $10 less a month than this. And the reason why we had it is because we had a special deal with the Renner clients on this, and so I thought it was 6% the first year and 9% the following years, but 8% sounds good to me. So you're looking at a total payment of $946, even with just 20% down, and the rents on this are $1,275 to $1,375. I know that Michael rented what was it, Rajesh's house out for $1,395.
That's correct.
Yeah,
that was in Town Park Center.
Yeah, in Cedar Park Town Center, $1,395. He paid about $140 for that property, and he's getting $1,395, so about 1%. Take a look at this performance, about $150. You're looking about $30,000 down, and you could put more down, and that'll bring that payment down. About $33,000 into it. And once again, we're trying to buy property under market. It's not a 20% off market or a 10% off market. It's just not that way. We're actually seeing multiple offer situations. And it can be frustrating for investors because they find a good property and we've got to fight off the other investors. The investors are back, and hopefully you'll be one of them. But it's not like I've heard from in California where you're having 27 offers, one with probate. There's still an opportunity to get your foot in the door. And so here's $1,000, and $1,071 is your total payment with management. Now, there's some numbers that are not in there that you need to factor in, which I ran out of space on this, but you have vacancy factor. You have leasing fees, and you have maintenance and management. The only thing is that so add about another $100 a month. The thing is, people aren't moving as often, so your vacancy factor is down. So there's less leasing fees. So it's figure about $100 for maintenance and $100 for management and vacancy, and you probably got some pretty good numbers. Next month, I'm going to show you a software that we're going to be offering to our clients for very inexpensive. In fact, for free for trial. That allow you to plug all these numbers in and automatically spit it out at like a spreadsheet on steroids. So I think you'll have fun playing around with that. And that's REIC software. And then here's 175 purchase. And Rick and Mike, if my rents are right, isn't that about right for 175? About $1,450 to $1,600.
Certainly the 1,600, 1,450 would be a little on the low side.
So okay, so see, so it's a little bit low on the downside. It wouldn't be more than 1,600, 1,650 maybe, or
it might be 1,695.
16. Okay, so we're almost back to that 1% rule, which was hard because we never really quite got to the 1% rule in Austin, but now we're there. So my numbers are, shame on me, my numbers are a little bit low, but still you're going to see a positive cash flow right off the bat. I mean, of $300-400 a month. And I looked at the cash on cash return on this just from the down payment, and the cash on cash return was closer to the 8%. So even after the factoring in vacancy and the leasing fees. So I can do a much better with the RIC program. I'll be good. Any property that you are interested in or that I present to you will have very detailed information that you would need to help make a decision. Usually, and here's a $200,000 purchase. I put $1,550 to $1,800. It's probably more like $1,650 to $1,800 on the rent. But look, your payment's $1,294, and you're throwing off $300-400 positive cash flow or more. This didn't happen before. So yeah, this is why we call it Cash Flow City. So